Welcome Joystick Justice League to episode 4 of Judgment Day, our video game review show. Today I've got two very different kind of games for you guys, one that's been around for a little bit and one that came out pretty recently. Both that I've been playing a fair amount and thought I'd share with you guys this time. First up, I've got a game called Plague Inc. from the developer Ndemic Creations. Now, this originally came out for iOS and Android. There's also been a version for PC. Now the gist of this game is that you're playing as a plague. You know, whether it be like a bacteria or a virus or like a nanovirus. I mean, there's a variety to choose from that you unlock as you as you go on in the game. Now, the interesting thing with this is that there are certain strategies. I mean, depending on the plague that you're being, some tend to take a little bit longer to do what they're supposed to do. Some happen very quickly. You know, there's different. You have to. The idea is that you want to infect and kill off the entire population of the world. But you have to. There's some strategy involved. You know, with some of them, it takes a little while for people to get infected, and can take a really long time to kill people. Sometimes things infect really fast. Sometimes things kill too fast. And you kill too many people off before you get to infect everybody. So there's a number also of power of abilities and power-ups. You know that where you can mutate and adjust the plague to do certain things. How it's going to be transmitted, how it's going to travel to infect other people. You even get to control the symptoms that your plague will have on people and how it's going to ultimately kill them. So just this game is just it's a very unique premise and just a lot of fun to just pick up and play and just a nice quick fix kind of a strategy game that has just a very unique feel to it. You know, not too often. Ultimately, it's like you're playing as a villain, but kind of like in a different way. You know, you're not like an evil person. You're like you're a virus essentially. So just a very kind of a different, neat idea. A game that you will find highly addictive, I think, and get a lot of playtime out of it. I know I have. So it's very, very good to pick up and very affordable as well on for iOS and Android. Only 99 cents. For the PC, a little bit more, but still well worth your money, and I think that can be enjoyed for countless hours. Now, next up, I've got a completely different kind of game here. Now, as some people may know, we talked about this on a show we did recently. I'm a fan of the racing genre. Now, there's been a lot of good racing games, and there's been a lot of bad. There's been a lot of mediocre. You know, the games when it comes to racing games. You know, it's a lot of times it's kind of it's hard to actually get a game that really simulates how racing is to the point where it becomes unfun, but then some games become too arcadey, and so that they don't feel real enough. I think that this game that I'm going to talk about now kind of reaches kind of gets to a nice balance between an arcade and a simulation kind of a feel. And I'm talking about the new NASCAR 14 that just came out recently, developed by Eutechnyx. These guys picked up the NASCAR franchise in 2012, so they've had a couple of versions previous to this. You know, they got this after EA Sports lost the NASCAR license, and they started off. You know, it was a bit of a rocky start. You know, the first two games. So with this game, what they have really nailed with this is the feel of being inside of a NASCAR racing car and being in an actual race. Okay, especially on the larger tracks like Daytona and Talladega. You know, for those who are NASCAR fans, know what I'm talking about. Because those races it's essentially there's 43 cars on the track at the same time, and everybody's right all bunched up together. And this game really nails that feel. I mean, it's just a white knuckle ride. You know, you can be in the middle and have you're in a group of cars. I mean, and just one tiny little mistake, it can take out the whole race, right? You know, you can take out every car on the racetrack if you're not careful. You know, so it's this game, like I said, it really nails. I find that it has a nice, it's reached a nice balance between simulation and an arcade. So it has a very good fun and kind of feels fairly easy to pick up, but can also be you can get right down and dirty and really tune and really adjust how your car wants to handle. It's not it fits both kind of play styles. You can just pick like a default kind of setup and probably do fairly well. But if you really want to get into this, you can really fine tune things so you can really adjust the car to how you want it, and really kind of personalize that experience. You know, for those who are into racing, know that it's that there's some skill involved in actually racing and racing games as well. You know, it's not just getting behind the wheel and driving like you would driving down the street. You know, when it comes to racing on a track, you know, there are some mechanics involved. I mean, you can't just get in and just kind of go. You know, there's a little bit more to it. And this is, you know, I get a little bit more appreciation, I find, out of these racing games because I've, like I said on our previous episode of our roundtable show, I know I've actually done some racing personally myself, so I particularly get a good enjoyment out of a not only a racing game but a good racing game, and I think that the new NASCAR game 14, and also before I forget, the multiplayer on this game is actually quite interesting at the moment because it's just still a fairly new game, and there's you have your people that are going to the good hardcore racers that race the way that they should, and they get right into it. But then the other half seems to be a lot of what I like to call racing game trollers, where they drive in the opposite direction. They like to crash into everybody, and it just creates a whole mess. You know, it's a bit of a divided community right now. I think that shortly over time here, those people will be kind of tossed to the side after they get booted out and they get kicked off enough times that it'll just kind of get whittled down to just the people that want to actually go into this game and just compete and really race hard and get some good enjoyment out of this. So that's it for this time, guys. Said two really cool games that I've been playing recently, and both, in my opinion, definite must buys. The NASCAR with a bit of an asterisk. I would say that that this game is really only going to appeal to the racing game fan. I mean, like, obviously, I don't think that too many people that are like just strictly platform gamers or that kind of stuff will necessarily want to pick this up. But for people who are who would like to maybe try a racing game for the first time, I would recommend this. You know, it's definitely, if you're even just slightly interested in a racing game, you know, it's I would definitely recommend this if you're you know, it's if you're not really hard, maybe wait for this game to maybe drop in price a little bit, and then maybe pick it up and see if racing games are your cup of tea. But like we said on our last episode of Roundtable, don't be afraid to try kind of new styles of games. If you've never really tried a racing game, give this one a shot and see if you like it. So that about wraps things up for this time, guys. You can check out, as always, Mike's blog on the alarmbellnetwork.wordpress.com. Also check out my blog at joelmoran.blogspot.ca. Also, you can check us out on our Twitch channel, www.twitch.tv/24bit-heroes. Mike and I are on there pretty well every night, playing all kinds of different kind of games, and always really good conversations about pretty well anything we want to talk about. It's usually kind of an open forum, and we have a blast out playing games and having some really good conversations about, like I said, all kinds of stuff. So that about wraps it up, guys. As always, like and share like and share us on Facebook. Check out all our shows on YouTube. We've got a whole variety of stuff on there, and also don't be afraid to comment, especially on some of our roundtable shows. Let's continue the discussion and get some feedback on what you guys think about some of these topics, and maybe go back and revisit them based on your suggestions and what you guys can add to the conversation. So, as always, peace and game on, guys.